Hey guys, it is time for Tasty Tuesday. So for you guys who voted, I want to tell you, that's right, you won if you voted for Mexican taco soup. So I'm not a big soup kind of guy, but I got to tell you, I'm looking forward to doing this one. And I got to be honest with you, guys, seriously, I really do look forward to this time every week. So again, if you want to be in on the vote, you need to make sure to get on Lori's page on Monday nights or Mondays. Sundays. I'm sorry, Sundays, because she puts up on Sunday night what we're going to be voting on for Tasty Tuesday. So there's 3 different things that you can vote on. And you guys who voted for the Mexican taco soup, well, guess what? You got what you asked for. Mexican taco soup it is. So anyway, that's what we're doing tonight for Tasty Tuesday. I'm going to jump right in. And I got to tell you, I'm excited. I love this time with you guys. I'm learning so much. I'm growing. It's been challenging for me. And here we go. This is going to be an interesting one. Now, it is a soup, so it's going to be much easier than some of the other stuff we've done before. But it's got a lot of components, so hopefully I'll get it right. Plus, on this soup recipe, I'm going to show you 2 different ways you can prepare it. You can prepare it the long way or the short way. So there's 2 ways to do it. So let's just look at the components first. So here's our components for tonight for Tasty Tuesday. Again, it's Mexican taco soup. Here it is. We've got a fancy shredded sharp cheese. It's reduced fat, of course. We've got plum tomatoes. So you can choose whatever kind of tomatoes you want. The recipe calls for plum tomatoes. So we got plum tomatoes. I've got chicken that's already been pre-cooked, so it's partially there. And I've got our ounces of chicken figured out. You're going to need, for this recipe, a total of 3 to 6 ounces of the cooked chicken. So we've got enough for our family right there. This recipe, of course, is going to do 4 servings. And it's not your complete lean and green. It's your lean and part of your greens. So here's another thing. We're using these awesome bell peppers. I love colored bell peppers. Who likes colored bell peppers? I mean, they're so awesome. They have different flavor, you know. I like the green, but I also like the colors because the colors have such sweetness and they change the flavor up. Anyways, so that's that. We've got avocado, onion, and then, of course, we got spices, chili powder, ground cumin. Bye, Malachi. Malachi's done run through. Almost tore down the curtain going. There you go. So, and then we've got oregano leaves. We've also got chicken broth stock that we're going to be using. And then almond milk. You need it to be unsweetened. Make sure it says unsweetened. Also, we got cilantro. And then we've got a light cream cheese we're going to be using. You need to get a low-fat or light sour cream for the end of it. And then we've added, because this is not your complete greens. This is part of it's your complete lean and some of your green. We've also got salad here, so we're going to be doing a salad. And then Lori's put in the balsamic dressing for us. I'm going to put that to the side. That's not really going to be the components in this. For the soup itself, you've just seen all the components. All right, so we're going to start this thing and get it together. This is going to be really great. Oh, welcome on, guys. It's good to see a lot of you guys on. Again, so I gotta tell you, the first thing I want to say is I'm not big on soups. I'm not big on soups. I think this is going to be pretty awesome because the way the components come together, there's going to be like 3 kinds of things we're going to do in this meal. We're going to prepare the first components, and I'm going to be doing in this. I'll show you about that in a second. It's going to be the faster way. Yes, that's an Instapot container. So I'm going to be doing an Instapot meal here. And I'm going to put the first set of components in here, along with some stuff I'm going to do over here on the stove. Now, in an Instapot, you probably could get away with doing most of all the components just in here all at once. But I like to do it in order because I just think it makes flavors mesh the right way. So I'll show you what I'm doing in a second. You guys are Instapot lovers. You're probably going to just dump it all in and go for it. That's fine. And then on top of that, I can show you how this works in a crock pot. So we're going to show both of those. So I've got my crock pot over here as well as Instapot set up. We're going to use the Instapot. See, so there's 2 different ways you can go. You can go a 2 to 3 hour cook, kind of time situation with your crock pot, or you can go, check this out, 15 or 20 minutes in an Instapot cook time. Isn't that amazing? So the prep time is going to be the most of it doing it in an Instapot. So there's your benefit in doing an Instapot. All right, so we need to get some of the components going, get this thing ready, and just jump in. The first thing it says we're going to do here is we're going to take and put some oil in the pan and get this pan going, and we're going to do some onions and some of the minced garlic. And thankfully, Lori already got me this. So garlic already minced. That's great. I'm going to set it over here. And that's got that ready. And then I'm going to go ahead and chop me some onions here. And then I'm going to get that thing all cooking up. So let's go ahead and chop some onions. I'm going to prep them first. My stove is fairly quick at heating up, so I don't want to overcook. So I'm not getting it going right yet. I'll get this thing peeled a little bit. And then I'll turn around and get that stove going because I don't want it to be super hot whenever I put these onions in. Don't want anything to scorch or burn. I'm kind of, you know, careful about that kind of thing. I don't like scorched stuff. And another story we can talk about, caramelized onions. That's a funny joke between me and Lori. We've seen that done not well. All right, so I'm going to get all this peeling off of here and get this thing all chopped up. So when we go into this, I want to remind you, when you're doing your lean and green, again, this is a complete lean, but it's not your complete green. So for all the folks on our program, I want to encourage you, think about what you want to do as your green. We were thinking about it. We tried to figure out different solutions for the green, and you know, we came up with the ubiquitous soup and salad. If you know a better way to do it, let us know. I mean, honestly, you could do a couple different kinds of salads, one of them being a spinach salad. And let me tell you something, spinach is a superfood. So if you can do that, if you can do a spinach salad, you're gonna be really hooked up because spinach is awesome. So you'll be able to get 2 more greens in that and get some amazing spinach in if you do a spinach salad. So if you've got another salad or another green option that you would do with a soup, share that with us. We'd love to hear what that is. You can put it in the comments there and tell everybody. I'm sure everybody will want to hear it. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so I'm going to chop these up. My family doesn't love onions, not even cooked or anything. So I'm doing these a little smaller. You may like them bigger in your soup. I don't know. You may want to treat it where it's kind of like a chili or something. That's up to you. How you do this is up to you. My family would rather not have so much onion in it. I like onion, so I'm chopping it a bit more than maybe you want to. But it just depends on how you like it in your soup. I know some of us are used to like Asian soups. We like a lot more of the length of the onion and that kind of thing. Some of my friends here, they're from some of the groups we've served in over the years. If you're thinking you're going to do it Korean style, then maybe you would treat these onions a different way. Okay, well, there's that. I'm going to go ahead and now I'm going to get my stovetop going. So let's get this guy going. 1 second. All right, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to put it at medium heat, and then I'm going to use our favorite oil. That's right, we still love this stuff. Chia seed oil rocks. So we're going to put just a little bit of chia seed oil in here so stuff doesn't burn. Not too much. It doesn't come out fast, so let me get enough in here. And then we're going to add the onions. Thankfully, onions are very watery, and so they'll make it awesome. I'm going to bring you guys over here with me. Woo, here we go. So, as we come over here, we're going to get this ready and start just cooking up those onions. That thing's warming up, so I'm going to measure out our garlic that we're putting in and get that stuff going. All right. So we need to add, right now it says to the garlic is 1 teaspoon of the minced garlic. So let me get a teaspoon of minced garlic in here. Teaspoon, teaspoon, teaspoon. There we go. Let's get 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. Well, that is interesting. I've never done garlic in a tube before, but I'm thankful Lori did it because it makes it easier on me if I can get the top off. And that's the trick, getting the top off this thing. There it is. Okay, finally. 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. That's pretty cool. Look at that. That's easy enough. Getting it out is the little bit of the issue. There we go. Woo, I smell that garlic. There it goes. Get you guys over here closer. It's about to get fun. Oh my goodness, that's looking awesome. So we got that going. I'm going to get my onions together. It says that I need to add 1/4 cup of onions, which isn't that much. So I've got my 1/4 cup of onions here. I'm going to go ahead and get those in here. I'm going to leave that going for just a second. Let it do its thing. And now, while it's getting started and it's starting up, it's cooking. It's going to cook in whatever. Again, you could probably set that right in the Instapot, honestly, you could probably just put all of that in the Instapot and just let it do its thing. You probably don't need to do what I'm doing in, this. But if you do, I like the way the flavors mesh. I'm just saying. So back to this. While that's going on, I'm going to skip ahead in my my recipe just to keep things going. I like things to move faster. So I'm going to scoot these onions over, and I'm going to go ahead and prep my I'm going to go ahead and prep some of these bell peppers. Now the bell peppers don't go until the very end, but I can go ahead and prep them now. So let's go ahead and prep some peppers. Get those going, and then I'm going to start getting the rest of the stuff going. All right. I love how I like trying to multitask in these kinds of things. I don't know how you guys do it, but I like to have a couple things going at once so it doesn't feel like I'm stuck in anything too long. Okay, there's that guy. Let's see here. Love it. I don't know about y'all, but I like to make sure whenever I'm doing these peppers and stuff, I like to wash them out. I don't like little seeds and everything, so I'm just going to move this to the side, go ahead and get this other one going. And then what I'm going to do is, once I'm good and done with these guys, I'll rinse them out and then finish cutting them all up. I like to get them washed off a couple different ways. Yep. Here we go. Pull that guy out of there. Okay. I don't like all this white stuff. Okay, perfect. I'm going to rinse these guys out real quick, and I've got them ready to chop up. I will leave them bigger because that reminds me of fajitas. Okay, I've rinsed off my bell peppers, and I'm back with that. So now I'm gonna cut them up this way. Oh, I didn't get the water out of these guys. Let me get some water out of these guys. All right, I hear the onions going, so my peppers are there. I'm going to chop them in just a second, but my onions are going, so I'm going to give them a good little stir. All righty. Oh, that smells good, guys. I wish you guys could smell this. Holy mackerel. This is like so nice. It's just a little bit of onions and that smell. Oh, I can already tell that's going to be huge. Boom. And there it is. It actually, I'm not even letting these go until they're soft because they're going in the Instapot. I just want them to infuse with the garlic and the little bit of chia seed oil. Oh my goodness. I wish you could smell this, guys. Okay, I'm going to cut that off. Leave it there. It's ready to go in the mix. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, oh, wow. I'm loving this. All right, back to here. Okay, Mr. Malachi, you want to come say hey? Hey. No, come over here and say hey. There's Mr. Malachi. Come over, see yourself. There he is. Say hey, everybody. Mommy's watching. You'll say hey to Mommy? Yeah, no, you're not saying hey to Mommy. You're just drinking your milk. And this is how Malachi drinks his milk. There you go. Do you want to say hey to everybody now that you're done with your milk?
Yep, I'm done with my milk.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to finish these up. And I really don't need this many, so I'm going to set these guys to the side. They're done. And you'll see in a minute how much I need. I've got some of these guys chopped up. Oh, yum. Put them to the side now. I'm good with that. Okay, now we're going to start getting things together. I'm going to take this guy off his burner. And I'm going to bring this here so you guys can see this. Oh, I wish you could smell these. Wow. So they're ready to go. They're going right in the Instapot. Oh, those onions smell so good. I just got them where they're soft, you know? Oh, I want all of that. All that goodness. It's in there. Okay, so, oh my goodness. My stars. You guys, I wish you could be at my house right now. I would be, you'd be loving it. That little bit of preciousness right there gives this thing such a good smell. I mean, it smells so good. Anyway, oops, dropped it in there. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to add some of the rest of the stuff. This is kind of fun. It says now I'm going to add the chicken breast in here. And I'm going to actually add, so I browned my onions a little bit and I put them in. I'm adding the chicken breast. There's our chicken breast. It's already pretty much pre-cooked and ready to go. And now I'm going to add the tomatoes. So I need to add, let me see how much it is on the actual thing. It says 2 cups of plum tomatoes. Now here's what's interesting. It says for me to mash them. So we're going to mash these. So 2 cups of mashed tomatoes. This is not a correct amount, right? That's not going to be helpful. So I got to mash these things in here. So I'm going to mash the tomatoes. Mashing tomatoes, mashing tomatoes, mashing tomatoes. So I'm going to mash them in. I'm going to mash them in here because I want to make sure I get 2 cups. And I'll show you the mashing technique I'll use in a minute. I'm just smushing and smushing and smushing because I'm getting those 2 cups of tomatoes in here. There we go. Lori, I think I just squirted that on the TV over there, or the computer over there. All right, so there's 1 cup. I'm going to mash them good in a minute. All right, and here's my 2nd cup. Looks like it's going to take almost all the tomatoes we have, which is great. Okay. We're real big on making sure that we get all of our vegetables we're supposed to get, guys, because you do not want to, look at this. This is going to end up being 2 cups. Look at that. 2 cups of tomatoes is exactly that whole container. That's perfect. Now, I really want them mashed. So I'm going to use a potato masher. Now, the pressure cooker is going to take care of this primarily, but I want to make sure that I do this recipe right. So I have now mashed the tomatoes. It said mash. They're mashed. Okay. There it is. Now, it says after I add the tomatoes and I've done all this, I'm going to add, or crushed tomatoes I meant, we're going to add the spices and the salt. So let's go ahead and add those. The spices we're going to add are 1 teaspoon of cumin. So here it is. Go ahead and start getting this together. Right. 1 teaspoon of cumin. Oh, I love the way that smells. You guys, I'm telling you, this is the best part of my life. I'm so glad to get to do this with you guys. I'm so enjoying this part. I used to cook all the time when Lori and I first got married, and I always cooked before that, but now I'm back to cooking again. It's so fun. 1 teaspoon of oregano. This is an incredible smelling dish, guys. So impressed. I wouldn't have chosen it, but thank you guys for choosing this. Okay, here we go. 1 teaspoon of this oregano. And then 1.5 teaspoons of chili powder. I don't like chili powder. There's 1.5, that's a tablespoon, and 1/2 teaspoon. There it is. 1.5 teaspoons of chili powder. These tops back on here. Okay. And then it says, and now I'm going to add warm chicken stock. So I'm not adding the chicken stock cold. I did not know that. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to, since it's been in the fridge, I'm going to put it inside of a microwave safe bowl and just knock the chill off of it, maybe like 10 seconds. So it's not going to be hot, but it won't be cold. So let's get that going. So I'm going to do that with the chicken stock, and let's see how much I need before I do it. So 1.5 cups of chicken stock. So here we go. 1 cup chicken stock. All right, there's 1. And here's the half. 1/2 cup chicken stock. Okay, so I got 1.5 cups of chicken stock. I'm gonna put that on a low inside the microwave for just like 5-10 seconds real quick. I'll be right back, guys. So I'm knocking the chill off of that right now. I'm giving it just a couple seconds. Once it's done, I'll then jump right back in and get it going. All right. It should be done now. Yep. So knock the chill off of the chicken broth. Not much is good. So there's the chicken broth. Okay, so it's in there. So now it says I've added all of the different spices. I need to also, let me see, one other spice. Nope, that the rest is at the end. Cilantro, sour cream, avocados are at the end. I want to make sure I'm not missing one more thing. Warm chicken stock, crushed tomatoes, onion, garlic mixture, cream cheese, shredded. You know what's funny, guys? I just realized in this recipe, this is really wild. Look at this. It says all the stuff you do with the minced garlic, the onion. It tells you what you do with the onion here. It says to add the chicken breast in the slow cooker with all of this. Add the onion and garlic mixture, the spices, and salt. So, first off, I haven't seen salt in the ingredients. So, I'm going to add salt, but I'm just going to add a little bit because it wasn't in the ingredients. Isn't that funny? So, I'm adding some salt. Take a look at what this has become now. Isn't that amazing? There it is. So, I'm adding some salt. It was not listed in my list of ingredients. And then the other thing is, I just realized that I know I'm supposed to add the almond milk, but it doesn't say when. So here's the thing about this. It says add warm chicken stock, cover, let it cook 2-3 hours. And then it says to break open the chicken breast, add the chopped bell peppers, cream cheese, shredded cheese after that, and then do it for a couple more minutes. If you're doing it in a crock pot, this is going to cook for 2 to 3 hours. So this first thing I've done is going to be 2 to 3 hours. Now in an Instapot, it's 15 minutes. So please hear me. All bets are off for part 1, part 2. Do part 1 in the Instapot for about 15-20 minutes. And then on part 2, you're going to have to take it maybe 5 minutes. This says 20 to 30 minutes. You don't want to do it that long. You just want to put it in to warm it. And so it gets, a little bit of cooking. So the second round is going to be your chopped bell peppers, your cream cheese, shredded cheese. And then at the end of it, you're going to put the fresh cilantro, the sour cream, the avocados. Everybody just got here, so I best get my cooking done. So let me say this. Guess what? The recipe didn't say where the almond milk fits.
I heard you in the car. I was trying to get in.
Yep.
It's the cream.
So there you go. So the almond milk, see? And that's why I'm glad Lori walked in. So the almond milk is the cream. It's going to be in the second part. So as this goes, without the almond milk, right here, this is the complete part. So take a look at this, and then I'm going to show you what the next part has in it. Lori just took it away from you. A little bit selfish.
I'll hold it close.
So there it is. That's it right there. And she's supposed to get out of the kitchen. Tell her to go away, guys. Anyway, so that's now ready to go in the Instapot. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get this guy in the Instapot. So boom, it's going in. For you guys who are crock potting it up, it's 2 to 3 hours later, and then you're on it. For me, Instapotting it up, here it is, just like this. So it's going to be in 20 to 30 minutes once I get this top on, which I did just a minute ago just fine. There it is. Boom. Now I got to make sure my thing's right. Okay, and then soup, and then I got 30, and then I got this. Yep. Oh my goodness. There it is. Nope. Oh my goodness. There it goes. Okay, it's going. Boom. I read up on this. I've never done an Instapot before. Now, crock potting's easy for me, but an Instapot is like a lot of effort. But I got it right. It's going. It says it's on. So, game on. All right, now let me show you the rest of this, because this is where I want to make sure you know what you're doing. Again, everything minus these components went into the Instapot or your crock pot. If it's in sabotage my show. Anyways, if it's in your crock pot, 2 to 3 hours. 2 to 3 hours, slow cooking. If it's in your Instapot, check it out. 15-20 minutes. Don't let it overcook, okay? So it's there, 15-20 minutes, it's going. Since it's going, I want to show you what's next. These are the things you're going to put in later. So after the after the crock pot's done 2 to 3 hours, or the Instapot has done 15 to 20 minutes, you're then going to add this next group of things. So that's where you're going to add the almond milk. You're going to add 1 cup of unsweetened, make sure it's unsweetened almond milk. So 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk. You're then going to add the chopped bell peppers that we did, right? And that's going to be a total of 1 cup of they say red bell pepper, but we used yellow as well. So 1 cup of the bell peppers, right? Chopped. And then it says you're going to add the cream. Okay, that was the almond milk. You're going to add the cream cheese. So make sure you've got the right cream cheese. This is light cream cheese. And then you're going to add the shredded cheese. And then you're going to take that, and if you're crock potting it, you're going to cook that a further 30 minutes in it. So you're adding that at the end for a further 30 minutes. If you're not crock potting, if you're Instapotting like I am, you're going to add that for a further 5 minutes or so, just a short period of time, not too long. That Instapot's going to pressure cook fast. So that's that. Then, here's the last part. Holy cow, there's a lot to this. And now my alarms are going off. So check this out. Then you're going to serve it and top it with fresh cilantro. Here's the fresh cilantro. Sour cream, right? And make sure it's the light sour cream. And then avocado. I did not cut this on camera because I hate brown avocado. It really isn't cool. So I saved this for the very end, and I'm going to top my my soups with it. With that said, that's everything. For our kids, we're going to serve it to them with a lot less of the broth and the juice, and they're going to be able to scoop it with awesome scoop chips, right? That's not for us on plan.
The Walmart brand are 97 cents for this bag.
97 cents?
Or 92. I mean,
wow.
It's like 90 something
for
cents.
Scoop chips, and our kids feel like they ate at Taco Bell. Listen, we try to get as many wins as we can. They're eating healthy food, so it's better than Taco Bell, so I'll give them the scoops, right? For Lori and I, we're going to eat this as it is, and we're putting a salad with it. The kids can have salad too if they want it, but again, you're having to add in the rest of your greens because this is not a complete lean and green. This serves 4. So with that said, that's everything, guys. That's an exhaustive overview of a simple soup, but we did it. We cooked the soup.
I'll post a picture.
Lori will post a picture. She'll put the recipe in here and all that good stuff. And I just want to challenge you, soup up, guys. And again, if you have an idea for what you would put with a soup versus a salad, anything else out there that's plan approved, I'd love to hear that from you guys. It'd be really interesting to hear what your ideas are. That's it. I hope this has been helpful. We love you guys. You're awesome. Don't forget, every week, if you want to vote on the next recipe, you need to get on Lori's page because she's going to put that up on
Sunday. It's on Sunday.
Sunday. So she's going to put that up on Sunday. You can vote on it, and then you're going to make me cook it. So there you go.
Although, my challenge is this Sunday, it's only going to be like 10-minute recipes or 15
Yes, 10-minute recipes.
You guys have thrown challenges at him. Isn't he doing a good job?
Thank you, guys. Last couple of weeks, it's been some long ones. This is a little shorter. I mean, the last one, man, it was up to last minute, and I even did a training after that for our coaches and our team. So with that said, thank you guys for being on. You guys are awesome. Blessings on your night.
You're
Have
awesome.
a great Tasty Tuesday. Boom.
Bye.